to the Vikings postgame show. I'm Jim Rich, along with Vikings legend Chuck Foreman and Don Mitchell of Fox 9. And Chuck, it certainly wasn't the game we were anticipating. The Vikings jumped out quickly. They built a lead, 7-0, 14-7. But Brian Flores' defense couldn't figure out a way to stop Stafford and Cooper Kupp. And they end up winning this one by 10 over the Vikings. So lots of things to talk about in this one.
Well, certainly they didn't play the kind of football we were looking for them to play, no doubt about it. Offensively, the first two series was great, and they went south. And then, of course, Darisaw goes out, and then that changed the whole complex of the offensive scheme of things because he's one heck of a left tackle.
Exactly.
And when those guys up front aren't, doing their thing the way they're supposed to, that cohesive unit, like we always talk about, it's always a little more difficult to do what you need to do. And then the replacement came in. I'm sure he did the best that he could do, but to me, that changed the whole game.
No doubt.
And Chuck, it's the second straight game that Blake Cashman has not been in there for the defense.
Right.
Not the defense that we saw perhaps the first 5 games.
Right.
What did you see against him?
Well, again, it's leaky, for lack of a better word, and they got to tighten that up. It's if they're going to move on, which I think they can, they definitely got some things to straighten out when they get back on the defensive side of the ball and on the offensive side of the ball, and all of it centered up front.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where you build on the inside out. And it was evident tonight when offensively Darisaw goes out, that changes the whole complex of the game.
Yep.
Then on defense, we didn't get much pressure on the quarterback, and that he had all day to throw, so he was going through progressions not once, but he was going through them twice or 3 or 4 times. So when you have that much time and no pressure, that's going to be the result.
Yeah, the Vikings no sacks today and hardly any hits.
And hardly any pressure.
Right, didn't bother him
Right.
at all. Now, coming up in the next hour, we'll go out to L.A. Ahmad Hicks is there. Pete Bursich, who called the game for the Vikings Radio Network, he'll join us. We'll also hear from the head coach and players in the locker room. But everybody's kind of down, right? Vikings lose 2 in a row, but we need some good news. So we're going to congratulate Mr. Foreman, who has made the next